Brownie Troop.
That's right. She's a fine driver, too.
I think she paid somebody off to get herself in the television, too. I don't know.
She looked awfully pretty.
She's got some precious cargo in the back.
Barboursville Baptist Church.
Got a lot of churches out here, too.
Absolutely, and of course we encourage their participation. They're always very enthusiastic about the Oktoberfest, and many of them have booths on Saturday and to raise money for their worthwhile projects.
Nice decorating on their float. It's decorated like an old steam locomotive, and the sign on the side says, "Get on the gospel train." And there's some of the kids going for a ride on the train.
Talk about booths and whatnot. You also have the arts and crafts tent down here, too.
This is the first time
right?
we've moved the arts and crafts tent into the main part of town, and we're going to put it on Central Avenue, and we're going to close off Central Avenue on Saturday to traffic, and all the organizations will have their booths and arts and crafts, and everyone will have a wonderful time.
That's great.
And raise money.
Always improving, it sounds like.
The boys from the Army National Guard.
I think this is the first time that the West Virginia National Guard has participated in the parade, and we were very enthusiastic when they said they would send some units down. They're going to do also some parachute jumping on Saturday, and they're going to bring down a big Huey helicopter that's going to be put over in Sadler Field on Saturday. So those of you who want to see a big Huey helicopter up close, come to the Oktoberfest today.
Kids will like that.
Cub Scout Pack 67 from Salt Rock rolling by right now.
Kathy, do you know where Salt Rock is?
Well, I have a general idea.
It's towards Logan, right? It's on Route 10.
Somewhere down there.
About 12 miles outside of Barboursville. And of course, all the youngsters that live in the Salt Rock area go to Barboursville High School and are very supportive of our community.
In fact, I believe George Washington goes there. There he is now.
Absolutely.
We've got something big coming up here. This is the kind of stuff you like to see, right?
Absolutely.
This is fun.
This is the first time I think I've ever seen anything like this at a Barboursville parade. How are they going to get that thing under the viaduct on Central Avenue? The Herald Dispatch.
We'll have to let them figure that out.
They might go over it, Asti. They've got enough string there. Who knows?
Just let
That
it fly
is
over.
wonderful. Well, that's a surprise to me because I certainly didn't anticipate us having a float of that magnitude in the parade.
Just like Macy's.
The interesting thing is on the side it says it's the Wednesday paper, but it sure looks like a big Sunday paper.
Right. And we want to welcome the new publisher, Denise Bannister, who is a woman who is the publisher of the Herald Dispatch, moved up from Georgia. We welcome her to Huntington and particularly to Barboursville.
Another fire prevention team there.
Another flaming couple, Mr. Flame. And if I can pick up his name, I'll tell you.
Fine-looking young man and fine-looking woman. Young girl, excuse me, not a woman. She will be in about 10 years, I guess.
Sooner than you think. Davis Creek Elementary. Now this is the safety patrol coming up here. Maybe it's the white badges of the safety patrol.
I believe you've hit on something there. I think the orange belts and whatnot are the fire patrols, and white are the safety patrols. West Virginia Little League softball champs, right there. They're still excited about their championship.
Let me tell you, we have probably the finest female softball players in the state of West Virginia. I don't know how many state champions we produced right here in Barboursville. I was associated with the Girls Softball League for years, and I can tell you there's some fine athletes come out of that program.
There's another Brownie Troop.
2407, David.
Hey girls, you're on TV.
Gosh, I just can't imagine the youngsters in this parade.
And all their parents are out watching.
Here's the entry from the Kroger of Barboursville. With a couple of clowns in the back.
When do you start working on next year's parade? I mean, with something like this.
Well, believe it or not, it's difficult to get groups and organizations to commit too far in advance. Normally about 60 days prior to the event is when we really start on and have our meetings. And of course the Rotary Club has done that this year. And this is their first experience at it. And next year they'll learn from their mistakes and get better. If they'll come back next year, I don't know whether we can get them to come back and take
They
this
might
up.
still be resting up.
Alan Sells from FM 105. He's their morning man over there.
You know, it's very difficult to recognize who these horse teams are. We don't have them on our list, or I can't find them on my list. So maybe that's one of the things that we can prove on in the future is make sure that we get the adequate names for these groups. And so we apologize if we've not named everybody, and we hope to improve on it.
Big G.
Now this is Genie Incorporated, which is which has a shop here in Barboursville, and it's very, very successful. They do monogramming. It used to be Tri-State Monogramming, now Genie's Incorporated. And this is one of the type businesses we love to see in our community because they do business with corporations and organizations outside the area, bringing outside dollars in, and of course that's what we want. And they certainly make their contribution as far as that's concerned.
That looks like the tailgater, I believe, huh? Or is that Uncle Alligator from Rax? They got a lot of different gators around these days. It's hard to keep them all straight.
I think that's the Rax man.
That is the Rax Gator. And that's a chicken. Look at their chicken.
What's that? That goes a chicken. Maybe Chick-fil-A.
Chicken fillet, that's right.
Geno's.
This is the pub.
This
The
makes you
pub.
hungry.
Sure does. Located on 5th Avenue, and Kenny Grant has always been, through Geno's, a very staunch supporter of the Oktoberfest, and we're glad to see him have an entry in the parade tonight.
Another Brownie troop. That's Troop 2189. And they got a nice looking float, and
That's
they're
a
all
great
dressed
float.
in little straw hats in the back.
That's a great float.
Little scarecrows.
That's exactly what we like to see in the parade. We like to see that type of enthusiasm, to do the
Right.
preparation.
Costumes.
Absolutely.
That really dresses it up. Appropriate too there for Halloween.
I think that's it.
I got a feeling that wrapped it up. Those little scarecrows scared everybody else away, and they're the last unit in the parade this year.
Well, we certainly had some great weather, and Kathy and David, I sure appreciate you coming to Barboursville and doing the commentary with me, and look forward to seeing you next year, right?
Well, definitely. After this, we got to come back. It was wonderful, and we were glad to be here. It was a wonderful parade, a wonderful day. And thanks to the Rotary Club and Osti, it all came off just like clockwork. And we all hope that you have a wonderful day, too. See you later.